What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. As you can see, I'm here with a very special guest. The almighty Rob Scallon is
You're
here
very
today.
kind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. You're
Welcome
very
to Chicago.
kind. Thank you, man. Happy to be here. And this is a very improv video. I'm literally on my phone right now making this happen. But Rob hit me up and said, "Hey, I'd love to come to your show," and here we are right now. So.
Yeah.
If it's cool with you, man, I just want to kind of have more or less an interview, but a casual conversation of just,
cool.
somebody that I look up to in this industry. Just
thanks.
kind of pick your brain, just, I don't know, film a cool video, okay?
I'm into it.
All right, man.
Yep.
So...
You got me. Ask me whatever you want.
Okay. I guess, honestly, the question I want to start off with is a genuine question of, how are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah?
I'm doing better than ever.
That's awesome to hear.
Yes, I'm doing better than ever. I think just personally and professionally, just things in the last year, especially after COVID, you know, I think a lot of us are in a similar, like, just a space where we're ready to get back to things at full speed.
Right.
And COVID was such a huge roadblock for everybody. And I think, at least in my case, well, in a lot of people's cases, it's like it brought a lot of things to light where it's like, okay, well, now if we're getting back to it, like, let's get rid of some of this stuff that we don't really need and just focus on what's important. And now a little bit into, post-COVID, some of that process, I feel like just between my friends, my relationships, my business, my colleagues, my teammates, we're just all working a lot better. And
awesome, man.
And things are really, really good. And I have some really crazy creative projects that I'd love to talk to you about. I don't know if there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on right now.
I know of one, and it's awesome. Like, and if there's more than that, I mean,
there's a lot of them.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? I won't spoil it here.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, did you feel a sense of like obvious restriction and such? But did you feel yourself finding a way or two to be like extra creative than you never even thought possible?
I think that was it for some people. In my case, I would say that I became less creative.
Really?
Yeah, I would say that I became less creative, but I definitely became differently creative. Okay. If that makes sense. So my process had to change. So from a benefit of that was I worked on a lot of projects I wouldn't have otherwise. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the guitar course was one. I have a new album that's
awesome.
That's like a singy album.
Really?
Yeah.
Very
like
cool.
I haven't released an album where I sing on it. My first 4 albums I sang. Mm-hmm. And then I just moved on. But now COVID kind of brought that out of me again, and now I have a whole not in the same style. It has way more distorted guitars in it, but
which is
way more blast beats,
which is always good.
Yeah, my first 4 albums was like not metal at all, dude. It was full Midwest emo, and this one is kind of a mix of like Midwest emo plus blast beats and down-tuned guitars and death metal. And it's an odd mix. I'm not sure how people are going to react to it, but it's stuff that I feel really strongly about. But like, I wouldn't have made that album if I wasn't isolated and kind of depressed at home.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say that's a good thing, but I think.
Well, you find good things about it.
Yeah, I think everybody had a little bit of that, and I think.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I think speaking on my behalf, and I think you're saying the same thing. It's like it certainly wasn't a fun time.
No.
But you kind of like. And you find something inside yourself, whether that's a different way to make a video, a new creative project, whatever, man.
Yeah.
A way to talk to your friends in a different way. Like
Yeah.
Zoom parties. I never did one of those.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sick of Zoom.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so sick of video calls. I mean, I appreciate them and I enjoy them to the best of my ability, but it's really nice to be able to like do this.
Yeah, this is way cooler, dude.
Yeah, I can actually touch you.
Hey, no.
Whereas when we talk on calls, I'm like, I can't touch him. Oh my god.
That was literally the first thing you said. Hey, dude, when I come to your show,
I just want to touch your arm so bad.
I just want to like. Is that okay? Hello?
Can't believe you let me come here.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, but and this is the first time we met too. I wasn't on a video call like desperately trying to touch you.
Yeah, we met like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Just get us right on camera.
Yeah, dude. Hey, this is your idea.
Yeah, my idea. No, but coming to the show was my idea.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this.
And we're being kind of silly right now and all that, but on a serious note, I'm very beyond appreciative and thankful that you wanted to come hang out. Like,
of course I do.
This is the coolest thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
It makes me feel really, really happy that like
so
you
glad.
wanted to come hang out.
Welcome to Chicago.
Dude, I love it,
Welcome
man.
to Chicago. Glad to have you in the YouTube guitar world.
Dude, very happy to be here.
And I'm as someone who's like, it's not, well, I hope that this is obvious already, but like, it's not just that I make stuff for the YouTube music world. I'm also just a huge fan of it. So like, something that's really cool about my job, given my situation, is that I can just like show up here and like, you want to hang out, like, you know, like I can be a fan of Yvette Young and then like go to her show and she like wants to talk to me, like that stuff is so cool because I'm still very, very much a fan of it, and that drives a lot of what I make for the YouTube, you know, music corner of the internet. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here too.
Thank you, man. And you know, it was one of the questions I wanted to ask you is like, what continued, because you've been doing this, let me back up, you've been doing this since 2007.
Yeah.
Which is 16 years ago now?
Yeah, I started my solo project January of 2008.
Okay.
When I put out Summer, and that's when, before that, I was already committed to being an internet guitarist or internet musician prior to that, and decided to totally go all in and devote myself to that. And but yeah, my solo project started January of 2008. So I've been doing it a long time, and
yeah,
I could talk about this forever because it's like my world, right? But when I started, it's weird to me now that like everyone knows about YouTube. Like everyone knows that being a YouTuber is a thing. Because when I started in like 2008 and started meeting other creators in like 2009, 2010, I think is the first time I met Andrew Wong, and then like Hank Green, like Natalie Tran, that like early YouTubers, like back then, like it just felt like a small community of super nerds,
right?
You know, like it was a very niche thing, and no one took being a YouTuber seriously. Almost none of us. Like there's a handful of people that were doing it, and I spoke with Andrew too recently, and when we both decided we were going to be full-time YouTubers, at that time there literally wasn't a single channel with 1 million views. So it was just a completely different world, and we felt like we found this niche corner of the internet where we could like build a career, or at least, you know, express ourselves and make cool videos with other nerds.
Right.
And now it's just so weird that I can talk to someone who's like 50 and they know what a YouTuber is.
Right.
Like, that's so weird.
It's such commonplace now compared to your origin.
Yeah.
So I can kind of hear it already, but I kind of want you more or less to like affirm what I'm feeling. It's like you just come off with just having such a sheer sense of drive, passion, and love for this for this industry, for this niche corner that's not so niche anymore. Yeah, it's like ever expanding, but it just seems like, you know, just you seem to just love it, man. Because like I was going to ask you, like, what drives you? Because your latest video at the time of this filming, I believe, is the Cave, the largest instrument in the world.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, like
isn't that cool?
Like that is just amazing that you're able to find find that first off, and then shoot it and like just be so enthralled and, you know, immerse yourself in something as cool as that specific video. Like you just seem to have such a sheer passion for all that.
Oh yeah, I mean, how could I not? The Cave's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah,
I'm completely addicted to like being an entertainer.
Yeah.
And, like that video, like even when we're making it, it just feels like sometimes with my team I'll refer to the videos as joy bombs, and like that's a joy bomb. Yeah. Like we're crafting this thing, putting together all the pieces, logistics that we need to get this thing done, and then we press upload and it just puts 100,000 smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, man.
It's a joy bomb, and that is so exciting. But the Cave video, as another tangent, I knew about that place for quite a while. But it was more just the logistics of getting there, because like we have to fly out a whole crew, like we're only getting one video out of it. Like at one point, does it make financial sense to do it? And recently it was like, okay, we can do this. Yeah. It's worth the financial risk for sure to get out. Even if it doesn't make a profit, it's just such a joy bomb. Like I'll take a loss on the Cave video because it's a pretty fun one. But I've been doing it for a long time. And the goal of the company, and another note, if people are unfamiliar with what I do, I work with a whole team. It's definitely not just me. I haven't edited a video in a long time. The great editing is not because of me. But the goal of the company is a pretty simple one. It's just spread the joy of music as far as possible.
For sure.
And like that's pretty much it. And then after that, our goal is to get a bit more granular, like, you know, make music a more welcoming place for people, get more people in, like, come on in, the water's fine, being a musician's awesome, let's go. But yeah, that's really at the core of my goals, and that's just been something that's driven me. It's just so it's endlessly exciting,
and it seems to be endlessly expressed through just how you talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's really cool, man.
I mean, we're filming in a cave that you can play. How cool is that? Like, that's just...
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, it's undeniably awesome.
And then before that, you're plugging in all the metal zones in together.
Yep.
Equally as cool. So,
yep. Equally as grand.
Yes. So you said an interesting word. You said entertainment.
Yep.
Do you find yourself feeling, I don't know, maybe pressure's not the right word, but a balance between being a musician and an entertainer? Is that like a conscious thought, or is it like, are you a musician first, entertainment second, or is it vice versa?
I mean, there's just more. You can come by.
Yeah,
You'll just be in the video.
We're just hanging out, dude.
You're good.
All right, no worries, man.
I'm just both. I don't know.
Equal thing?
Well, not equal. I would, if I had to describe myself, and I don't even know how useful those. It's gonna sound maybe so cliche or whatever, but how useful those labels really are, I don't know. But I'm first and foremost a musician.
Yeah.
But I'm also an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
I love entertaining people. Like I said, the videos are joy bombs. Like, making people laugh is just a really exciting thing.
The reason why I asked that is because you're so good at doing both. You know, and I'm not just saying that like because you're here in front of me. I'm being honest.
Yeah, as soon as he leaves, I'll see the edit later once I'm gone.
I'm just kidding. No, but like,
sucks.
what you do is, and it's still unique to this day. And I think speaking on a lot of people, we all can attest to this. Is like you do a great job of being a phenomenal multi-instrumentalist.
Thank you.
All at the same time being an educator and informer.
Thank you.
And it's funny and awesome. Like when it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not every time it's funny. You know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I kind of feel like, at least in my case, like particularly being an educator, I don't feel like being an entertainer and an educator are like mutually exclusive. I feel like you can be a much better educator by making it fun.
Yeah.
Like back when I was a guitar teacher for quite a few years, and my biggest goal, especially the people I taught were like younger, like around 12, like just picking up the guitar for the first time. And like my main goal is to make it fun.
Yeah.
Because if they're having fun, then they're just going to go off on their own. And so those are all just like intertwined to me. So I don't know. It's just a big mix of all of it.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be a conscious, based on what you said, it doesn't seem to be a conscious thought of either. Just kind of just,
no.
It is what it is.
Yeah, because either way, it's about like, again, just spreading the joy of music.
Yeah.
And being an educator helps me do that. Because if I can get more people to like pick up a guitar, pick up an instrument, or know a little bit more about it, like that's very fulfilling. Especially like, I was a camp counselor and a guitar teacher for a while. Especially for like younger kids, like if you can just inspire them a little bit to pick up an instrument, that could lead to a lifetime of joy.
Yeah.
You know, with that instrument and with music. And so music, the entertainment, the education is all just part of the core goal, which is just spread the joy of music.
Right on.
That's it. Just like, it's a pretty simple goal.
Such a wholesome like answer to all that. It's awesome though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's real. It's just you have a really simple goal. Other things seem to fall into place, and that's the goal of the channel and what I'm doing.
Awesome. Switching gears here, I want to talk about gear, if that's okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to talk about your signature schecter.
Yes. Yeah.
Where do you want to go from there?
I don't know.
I just gave you a layup.
Yeah, let's
dunk it. What do you want to say?
What am I going to say? That they're available now.
They're awesome.
They are awesome. Well, I mean, I don't know what to, because I've talked about them a lot in videos.
Yeah. Okay.
So I could give you the spiel.
Let me just ask you this: like, why schecter? Let's go with that.
Why schecter? Well, I started with schecter actually.
Okay.
Well, I didn't start. It wasn't my first guitar, but like, I got a Schecter Omen 8, and that's what started.
The white one, right?
Yeah. I got it for $400. It's because someone told me I should try an 8-string. They wanted to see what I would do with it. I got it as a novelty, thinking I'm going to make some videos with it and then move on. and I got it, and I just fell in love with it. And so schecter was at the beginning of me finding extended range, and I always liked them as well. And then I was with schecter for a little while, and they were just hitting me up with some instruments, and I went to them actually to try for a signature model, which in 2015, or maybe it was 2014 or something in my career, I let them know what I wanted to do, which was I want to make an 8-string that's like not just for metal, and that in my career in 2015 was like a pretty unrealistic thing. So completely justifiable on their end. They're like, we don't really know if there's a market for like an 8-string that also plays pretty music and is endorsed by like this dude with 30,000 subscribers or whatever on YouTube. Like that was a different, also YouTubers weren't taken as seriously. And that's not at all a criticism to schecter. I just wasn't at a point in my career where it made any sense.
It's just a sign of the times, YouTube wasn't, even 2015, it is 8 years ago, but it was still new.
Is it? Was that 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Am I that old?
Dude, we were talking before this. I'm right behind you, man. You're winning right now, but I'm like past you.
You might pass me in age.
In age.
I don't know. I think I'm going to win that battle.
I don't know, man.
Well, maybe a year after I die. Maybe then you have a chance.
I don't know where this is going.
To death and destruction and metal.
So I want to ask you. You have a very unique. I saw I was watching your promo video today about your guitars, and you have a very unique aesthetic with your guitars that you've had for quite some time.
Yes.
Was that by accident? Did that just manifest? That was a conscious thought to like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it. Well, there's a lot of reasons to it, and so I didn't have that opportunity with schecter, and it was a really, really hard decision to be like, do I stay with schecter or do I go with this opportunity with Chapman? And ultimately, I had the opportunity with Chapman to have a signature model. I'm like, let's do it. After much consideration, and then I found my way back to schecter again. Working with them has been awesome. Yeah. Like I've been really, really thankful to work with them. It's been really cool. We're working on like the next line right now, which is just like so surreal to me. And having the distribution that schecter is, it's a really fulfilling. Yeah. It's like one of the proudest things about my career is having a signature model. But yeah, you talking about like the racing stripe look? Yeah, like the signature like neck through separation of color. It's like it's so Rob Scallon. It's just like
thanks.
It
does what you set out to do.
Yeah, I wanted it to look, have a look to it, but not so much to where it's like you would need to know me to like it. I would hope, and in video, it's something that can look cool even if it's like. I think in the video I said, 10 pixels, something like that. Yeah. Like it's recognizable from far away. I really like neck through guitars. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to have a particular look to it and the natural wood is just really, I love natural wood guitars. I kind of found that people that don't play guitar, when they would come over, like friends of mine, and they would look at some of the guitars that I had, the natural wood ones were always the one that they gravitated to. And so I think that really stuck with me as well. Yeah. And maybe I'm just like I was a huge Primus fan growing up, and like the rainbow bass, like huge dude. Honking piece of furniture. Yeah. Maybe that really stuck out to me too. But for whatever reason, that look just really spoke to me.
I think they're like almost like timeless pieces. Like, you know what I mean? Whether it's like from the 50s to present day, natural wood it just looks. Yeah. It doesn't look beautiful. It's not neon green from 1987. You know what I mean? Which is cool.
Well, I would love if schecter wants to make me a neon green version. I don't know how many we'd sell, but Adam,
at least one.
Yeah. We have one sale right here. Adam, neon green.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I guess I was just gonna go on now. When we're thinking about doing like other models, and I want to like, refresh the line every year, which is so exciting for me. And with that racing stripe look too, we can do so many different colorways. But as long as it has that like racing stripe and color difference, it can still make sense with the other ones. Like Absolutely. We're not remaking it every time, or it's not the color of the guitar that's unique, because then you can't refresh the colors every year and have it look the same. But yeah, so. That was a conscious choice. I had a lot of doodles about what I wanted the guitar to be. It was like, if I get a chance to get a signature model, like I better not screw it up. Yeah. So, yeah.
Talking a little bit more about the YouTube side of things.
Yes.
How has the platform changed for you specifically, if at all?
How much time do you have? Oh, it changes all the time. Yeah? It changes all the time. Yeah, every year that I've been doing it, back to 2007, there's always YouTubers talking about like this new thing that's coming that's going to ruin the site. We're all doomed.
Yeah.
Google just bought YouTube. There's going to be ads on videos now. YouTube's going away. It's just always changing. There's just no way around it. Now, I mean, we could talk for days about this, and I'd never shut up. But now I think one big change that I'm seeing is, for the longest time, YouTube was about like 4-minute videos.
Yeah.
And like a quick like impulse watch, like kind of, well, what can I, whatever. I just don't know how to say it.
Maybe like a medal in inappropriate places.
Yeah. But
or like one of those videos.
Yeah, but there was like I'm just trying to think of what exactly to call that type of content, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And now online video has kind of moved from these short impulse watches, and people would watch long form on TV or long form movies.
Yeah.
And then they would have their short form stuff on YouTube, where now YouTube and online video is kind of diverged into where now on YouTube I find a lot of what people look for and watch for, and what YouTube is pushing and what they want, what viewers want, are either really, really long videos, like basically television.
Yeah.
Like 20-minute videos, 30-minute videos, or like I've done a few recently that are over 2 hours, which have like consistently been some of the most popular and some of the ones I'm most proud of. So either that or really, really short vertical videos.
Interesting.
So it's been this weird, like we started at 4.
Which is kind of in the middle, I would say. And then it went like, it seems like what you're describing, it went like, here's the baseline, and then it went.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing now. Not that there's not a place, of course, for 4-minute videos on YouTube, but like when I started, like the Vlog Brothers, who were like early YouTubers I really looked up to and that I met in the early days, who were really great mentors to me, particularly Hank. You know, they had a rule for their videos that it had to be 4 minutes. It couldn't be over 4 minutes was the rule.
Up to.
Yeah, up to 4 minutes. And it was like, the general wisdom was like, no one's gonna watch a video on YouTube that's over 4 minutes. And now I feel like the best thing that I can do for a video to like do well on YouTube is to make it like over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like if you can manage to do that and you can manage to keep people around, and obviously those 20 minutes have to be, you know, entertaining.
It can't just be like a lackluster 20 minutes. It has to be
because
good.
People just leave.
Talk about pressure, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
how long has this video been?
Yeah,
we're at 22 minutes, so you're good.
Look at us.
Yeah, look at us.
Who would have thought?
Making YouTube videos. But now, like the best thing that I can, the easiest, it's impossible to do this. It's always changing.
Yeah.
You can every video is going to be different. But the easiest metric now to know if a video is going to be successful, they all have to be entertaining. But if it's entertaining and it's 20 minutes, it's going to do better than if the video is 4.
Interesting.
And if it's 2 hours and we've managed to have those 2 hours be entertaining and worth people's time, then I can almost guarantee that it's going to do well. Like it's basically the opposite of when I started.
Yeah.
It's like the shorter the better.
Wow.
Now it's the opposite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's so basically it's just like you just have to be reactionary to it all, and just try to like do your best to keep up with it, and not, I don't want to say like be relevant to the times, but kind of almost.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, but to me it sounds like it's a little bit like sell-outy-ish.
Yeah,
but
it's
got to play the game a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not even playing the game as much as it's just, you know, we're entertainers, and
Yeah.
we should be making stuff that people want to watch, and what people want to watch, particularly online, has just changed. And I think a big part of that isn't it's just simply YouTube and online video is taking up the space that TV used to hold.
Yeah.
And people don't. I haven't watched cable in a million years.
Other than NASCAR, I have.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a NASCAR fan?
I love NASCAR.
Really?
Yeah, not even kidding.
I don't know anything about NASCAR, but I would love to talk to you about it.
Chicago Street Race is coming this year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're doing it downtown.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Are you gonna be there?
Nah, I mean, maybe. I wasn't until right now. I just might have somebody to go with.
Yeah. So they're gonna be like on Lakeshore Drive?
I really don't know. Like I just know they're shutting down the streets of Chicago and running like real on NASCAR there.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
I know some people that did illegal street racing in Chicago.
Hey, now.
No, not that I would say.
Was that you?
No, I never did
just
that.
kidding.
I mean, I definitely did like hooligan stuff growing up, but it was more like skating.
I'm just messing around.
No, I never did any like street racing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be wild. That's really, now we're just talking about NASCAR.
Well, I don't know the date, but I mean, I might, like I said, I might have a reason to go now. We'll see.
But back to television, like I don't follow NASCAR, but like I watch baseball.
Yeah, as do I.
Yeah, right on. Okay, so like cable still has sports, but I feel like that's kind of going away pretty soon now too. But now we're just talking about cable, but I feel like what people used to get from cable, they can now get from YouTube. And a lot of stuff on YouTube now is way better than cable ever was, in my opinion.
And on all facets, entertainment, education.
Yeah.
Like, you want to learn anything about anything.
Yeah.
Guitar or not. It's there. Just go find it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, if I want to learn about NASCAR,
you can call me.
Okay, I call you. But if I didn't know you,
if I was busy.
Yeah, if you're busy, then I could go to YouTube and learn about it.
Right. It's interesting.
Totally. But I think that's a big reason for the why the longer videos are doing better, because and this goes into my early time being a YouTuber, back when like you could go to the early VidCons and you could like talk to YouTube, like you could talk to the people that like built the analytics page.
Yeah.
And when I first went to VidCon, what YouTube was saying was they wanted lean back content. Like that was like the word that they were using. They're like, we want to get this site to a place where we have lean back content, like content where you press the play button and then you lean back and watch it, rather than like, I guess, lean forward content where it's like, I watch a 4-minute video, I go to another one, I watch a 4-minute video, and then I leave.
Yeah.
And it's wild now to see that actually being the case, and to see that just in my own analytics page, that like, yeah, people want lean back content. Like, people want a 2-hour-long video about building a guitar that they can just sit on and like lean back to, and it's really cool to see that now, because in the early days when they said that, it was kind of like, that's never going to happen. No one's ever going to watch videos over 4 minutes on YouTube.
That's not going to happen until like 2023. You got plenty of time.
Maybe in 13 years.
Yeah.
That's funny to think about. Yeah, because that was literally, I think the first VidCon I went to was 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was literally 12 years ago. So they were right. Yeah. They did it. They did it. Or we did it. I don't know.
So kind of wrapping up here, I just want to ask, it could be viewed as a cliche, but I think a lot of people would benefit from this question being answered by you.
I have a question for you about NASCAR.
Oh,
that I've always wondered.
Okay.
What the people want from this channel?
Yeah.
NASCAR content.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would just be your advice from anybody, musician, YouTuber, or not, or one or the other, or both? What would be your advice to anybody wanting to get into this?
It depends what your goals are.
Okay. Doing what you're doing.
Do you want to do it professionally?
Okay, let's say yes. Go down that rabbit hole. Being a full-time YouTuber, entertainer, musician, all-encompassing, what would you say to somebody?
I mean, there's really no... oh man. Like, this is something I've been learning to do over the last 15 years, and it's a long journey. I guess that this is so blanket statement. I guess I have two things that immediately get to my head.
Okay.
One is just a very blanket statement about becoming a musician, becoming a YouTuber, running a small business, whatever. And that's celebrate the small victories. Okay. And that's something I'd say a lot as like a guitar teacher, or back when I taught skating. Like, you can't accomplish it all at once. Yeah. It's a gigantic task. But if you can really learn to break it apart into really small pieces, small, like real achievable goals, and really enjoy them, and really celebrate the small victories, then you can learn to enjoy the process. And then after a few years, who knows? Mm-hmm. But you stay focused on a small, achievable goal at a time. Okay. That's so vague that it hardly means anything. But
I disagree, because starting from zero to however goal you want to achieve in terms of analytics and numerical values, it's like, it seems impossible. But I mean, looking from 5, 10, 15 subscribers, whatever. I mean, coming from somebody like you, I mean, if it's going to come from anybody, hearing it from you would be a great source to hear it from. You know what I mean?
Well, thanks. Yeah, I think a lot of creative people, that's a big barrier for them, and another is just having this. A lot of creative people put unnecessary boundaries in front of themselves. Okay. Like, oh, I'm not gonna. How can I put it? Here's an easier way to put it. Just put stuff out. Like, you just have to just do it. And give yourself a timeline. Don't wait until it's perfect. Like, it's never going to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Just set a goal. I'm going to make a video about this thing, whatever. I'm going to have it done by Friday, or have it done later in the day, whatever. And then just get it done and put it out. And putting it out and getting it out into the world and figuring out how to get one fan, one viewer, like, that's going to be part of the learning process to get to a bigger area. Okay. A lot of creative people have this sense, like, I'm just gonna stay in and just work on my craft, and I'm going to make this one thing until it's perfect, and then I'm going to put it out into the world and see if it finds an audience. But the reality of that is then you never finish it.
Yeah.
Or you work on it for 3 years and then you put it out and then you're bummed that no one saw it. But of course no one saw it. Like, no one's looking for it. They don't know about it.
You didn't do anything, or like you weren't in the public eye or whatever, this hypothetical, for 3 years.
Yeah. Like, every part of it you have to learn in the early stages. It's not something where it's like, I don't know, I'm going to build up exactly what I want my YouTube channel to be and then put everything out, and then I'm going to figure out how to monetize it. Like, you kind of have to take everything in small steps. Okay. If that makes sense. I don't know. Because if we start talking about like how to build a YouTube channel, we could be here for years talking about it. Yeah.
And I got to be in Detroit tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if we have the time.
Chicago,
best city in the world.
I think it's in like May.
Yeah.
If you're around.
I would love to go.
As would I.
Let's go.
All right. Like,
everyone see us there. Yeah, no, it would really.
I'll figure out the logistics. That would be super fun. That would be amazing.
It would be.
All right. Well,
I have seen people race in. Not really. People. I see sometimes people do like street racing if you're out in the city like really late. It's like real hooligan stuff, but
like in Lambos.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. I don't know if anybody knows. Yeah.
No. But I something that I really love about the city, now we're just on a total other tangent of people taking over the city for competitions, but like skate competitions will like take over parts of the city, like street skating competitions. That's more my world. And those are so
You're very
exciting.
Talented at rollerblading, by the way.
Thanks,
dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I still know a few things. I know like 5 tricks.
You know at least 2.
Yeah.
Like be really awesome and look really cool.
Well, thanks. I love rollerblading.
In all seriousness, man, it's really impressive. It's fun to watch. Just yet another thing you're really, really good at.
Well, thanks. I mean, those are like the 3 things I do. So like I better make music, make videos, and skate. That's pretty much.
Well, hey man, I just want to say thank you again for taking the time.
Pleasure, sir.
I really, really appreciate you. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon.
See you at the NASCAR race in Chicago.
Right on.